Hello and welcome to Helenna's Tinseltown Tuesdays. This is your Musecast for Tuesday, December 16th, and I have a very special surprise for you. I had the opportunity to sit down with Bonnie Gillespie. She is an indie film casting director and also an author of this book, Self-Management for Actors. It's in its 3rd edition, and I was able to ask her a whole bunch of questions. None of all will fit in this 4-minute Musecast, but I have a snippet for you in here, and in the I always do the wrong side. In the sidebar over here, there are going to be links to all of the rest of the interview. There's a whole bunch of different sections that you guys can check out, different topics that we covered. So without further ado, here is Miss Bonnie Gillespie. Okay, on that note, we had this big discussion about Facebook and new media and MySpace and the things that actors put on there. What are your thoughts on new media and what it's doing for people to do you think it's helping actors as much as it might be hurting them in how they're being seen?
I think it's like everything else. I think the smart actors are making it work, and it is really helping them build a fan base. Look, the pilot season has forever been changed. It is no longer all the people who were getting top of show guest stars last season are now going to be on a short list at networks for pilots. I mean, yes, sure, there's still that, but there's also a new media head at every major agency now, scouting on the internet, going to the YouTube channels, going to Facebook, going to MySpace, trying to see who's hot, who's got heat, who's getting hits. Why are these people building a fan base? Who are they, and do we need to get in their business? They wouldn't have someone whose job it is to watch the internet if it weren't making an impact. So I don't want to say cut out the middleman. However, smart actors are doing that. They're finding a way to make it work for them. The not smart actors are posting up pictures of them boozing it up, and yeah, exactly, like, see my new tattoo, and while I think there's certainly a time and place for all of that kind of fun, and I support fun, I think you have to be very careful in an industry where the buyers are keeping track. And I mean, this is the cell phone cam generation. You can't behave at all ever out in public in a way that you can't then hold yourself accountable for, because you never know where's TMZ any minute. And I don't mean to say walk around guarded, because certainly that's not healthy for an actor at all, but have a public persona that you're comfortable with, and be sure how much you want to share and how much you want to put out. I think if you can manipulate the new media correctly, and I use manipulate not in the negative sense of the word, but in the true navigate your destiny sense of the word, I think that it's actually a really great tool for actors.
I mean, it seems like, you can really just do whatever you want to do, and you're doing it. You have control over it.
Create your audience. Yeah. Let your audience find you and become your fan, and then that way you're on the top of a list at some networks' pilot season list, because you went out there and did it all yourself, and without even having an agent, without even having done a guest star on a top 10 sitcom the season before, somehow you land on that list because you went out and hustled and did it on your own. They don't care where the viewers come from. I mean, sure, it's an easier sell for them if you're someone who did really well as a guest star on a top 10 sitcom. I get that. But they're starting to learn that someone who's getting a million-something hits on a single YouTube video, well, you know what? People are watching, and so if they're going to watch there, they might watch on the bigger screen. And at this point, everything's coming into your phone anyway. I mean, broadcasting is now narrowcasting. It's not broadcasting anymore.
So I really do hope that you all enjoyed that, and I would love for you to check out the rest of the conversation and the links. The things that she had to say were really amazing, and I felt very privileged to have the opportunity to sit down and talk with her like that. So I guess next week I will see you again, and until then,